Good.
Senator.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. I thank you, Madam Administrator, for being here. And I want to say in front of all these people, I really do like you. You know, we've spent time in my office. We've talked about our kids and all that, and I just say that from my heart, and I want you to know that that's true. I also want to thank you for what you have done and your predecessors have done to the most devastating Superfund site in America, the Tar Creek. And now you have carried the ball through and done even more than they did before. We're actually relocation of the residents and completing the work of that site. And so I want to thank you very much. So that's the good news. Now I want to talk about a different topic. This morning I'm releasing an EPW minority report. I think anyone who wants it now, as of this moment, can go to their website or go to the website of Inhofe. Which website is that? Yeah, .senate.gov. And it's a report on the scandal that has become known as Climategate. The minority staff found that some of the world's leading climate scientists engaged in potentially illegal and unethical behavior. Many of these scientists have manipulated data to fit preconceived conclusions, obstructed freedom of information requests and dissemination of climate data, and colluded to pressure journal editors against publishing scientific work contrary to their own. In other words, they cooked the science. Now, going back to this obstruction of the Freedom of Information Act, that's one that's pretty serious. That was found to be true in UK, and the only reason they can't prosecute under that is the statute of limitations has already run on it. So the UK government found that the scientists from the Climate Research Unit, that's a CRU, who are at the center of this scandal, violated its Freedom of Information Act. And I know that people, and I know it's important for people who have got 15 years of their lives wrapped up in this hoax, to come up with, say, well, this is just a miscommunication or something like that. But if you look and you see what has happened overseas, the UK Telegraph, one of the largest newspapers over there, said this is the most significant scientific scandal of our generation. Also, the minority report shows many of the scientists involved in this scandal worked for the UN's IPCC. They helped compile the IPCC's 2007 fourth assessment report. Now, that's important because this report is a primary basis for the EPA's endangerment finding for greenhouse gases. The media has uncovered several errors and mistakes in the report which undermine the credibility of the IPCC's science. Let's take a closer look. The IPCC said global warming would, now listen to this, I'm going to cover 7, I could cover a lot more than this. They said it's going to melt the Himalayan glaciers by 2035. That's not true, it's a lie. Said it would destroy 40% of the Amazon rainforest. Not true, another lie. Melt mountain ice in the Andes, the Alps, and Africa. Not true. Drastically increase the cost of climate-related natural disasters. Not true. Drive 20 to 30% of species to extinction. Not true. Extinction. Very good. Extinction. Very good.
Kill them all off.
Kill them all off. That's right. 20 to 30% of the species to extinction. Not true. Slash crop production by 50% in Africa by 2020. Just flat, not true. The Netherlands is 55% below sea level. Not true. The EPA accepted the IPCC's erroneous claims wholesale without doing its own independent review. So EPA's endangerment finding rests on bad science. The EPW minority report provides further proof that the EPA needs to scrap the endangerment finding and start over again. But that's not what the EPA is doing. We have $43 million in new funding to regulate greenhouse gases. This is seed money for the most economically destructive regulatory initiative in this nation's history. The nation is mired in an unemployment crisis. People need jobs, yet once this effort commences, those fortunate to work will be out of work and those looking for jobs are not going to find them. The Obama administration, however, is pressing ahead. We've been told that The science still stands. We've been told that the IPCC's mistakes are trivial. We've been told that the Climategate is just gossipy emails between a few scientists, yet global warming alarmism has been sold on the very notion that man-made greenhouse gases are causing environmental catastrophes, Himalayan glaciers melting and all that stuff. But now we know there's no objective basis for these claims that I just talked about. Furthermore, Climategate shows there's no consensus. The science is far from settled. The Obama administration then is moving ahead with a massive job-killing tax for no good reason. The minority report shows the world's leading climate scientists acting like political scientists. The bottom line is this. Every effort was made, going back to even before the McCain-Lieberman bills of 2003, 2005, and then, of course, all the rest of them that came along. They did everything they could to try to get a majority or try to get up to 60 senators to embrace the idea that man-made anthropogenic gases cause global warming. They couldn't do it. The most votes there are in the United States Senate today for a cap-and-trade legislation is maybe 20, and they need 60 the last time I checked. So it's not going to happen. So this administration has said, all right, we couldn't do it legislatively, so we're going to do it on our own. We're going to do the damage, inflict the economic damage to this country that would have come under cap and trade, the same as if we had been able to pass it. Now, I think that's interesting. I would like to say this one thing. The chairman made the statement that the Supreme Court's mandating this stuff. They're not mandating a thing. The Supreme Court said you have three choices. You can either find endangerment finding or not find it, or you can say that the science is uncertain. And I think what we're going to be asking you to do during the question and answer time is to find that it's not certain. You can have an endangerment finding. That can change because you didn't know at the time that you were basing this on the IPCC flawed science, that the science was flawed. You didn't believe that. But nonetheless, that's where we are today. So we're going to be making the request, Madam Chairman, that we go back, relook at this, and also that the EPA have their IG look into this just the same as all the other nations are doing at this time, all throughout Europe.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Carper.
I think Senator Cardin might have been here.
I'm so sorry, Senator Cardin. You're correct.
That's okay. A lot of people mistake us for one another. No, you're fine.
Well, first, Madam Chair, thank you very much, and to Administrator Jackson.